Our second grade, Miss Keeley here again. I hope that you guys all had a fun time creating those two kind of movement drawings last week. I know that was kind of a lot for me to ask for you to do two of them, but I hope you guys had fun with them. This week we are going to hopefully be painting them. And when I say hopefully, that's because I don't know what you have at home for art supplies. So um, I showed you, I'm pretty sure in the Panda video, how to use markers as paint. So you could do that technique if you don't have actual watercolor paint at home. Um, in this video, I was going to be using liquid watercolor, which is something that I don't expect anybody to have at home. I don't even have that in my house. So if you have just like regular watercolor, like the little oval pans of it, use that. Use the markers. If you don't have either, you could use color pencils, markers potentially. It might get in your crayon though. Um, but just kind of test out and use what you think will work best. If you are really unsure, feel free to email me and be like, I don't really know what to use, and I will try to give you my best opinion on what you have at home that would work best. Okay. Um, so we are going to be painting both of these movement pictures that we created last week. And so you can really kind of paint them however you want. In mine, I'm pretty sure I stick to painting both of them just one color, but I'm going to give you guys a little bit of freedom. Um, you can really kind of make it how you want. So in this first one, I just paint mine kind of all blue. Um, and you can really design it and paint it how you want. If you want to leave areas white, go for it. Just I want to remind you, maybe put something underneath your picture, maybe like newspaper or like a mat or something, whatever you have at home, just because you're going to have to be trying to get those edges. Um, so you don't want to be painting kind of all over um, and ruining whatever you're painting on, okay? Um, and so you're just painting over everything. And the nice thing about the crayon is that it still shows through. So if you had used white crayon or um, even your color ones, you can see that I use, it still shows through. And you guys have done a lot of art this year that does that, so you should be aware of that. Um, and so I stuck with all blue, but again, you guys can kind of be creative. Just the main thing that you want to remember is you want your first painting to be different from your second painting, okay? So maybe you do all cool colors on your first one, and maybe you do all warm colors on your second one. That could be something you could think about doing. And so I finished my first one. I'm going to put it aside to dry, and then I'm going to grab my second one. And this one I use kind of a magenta red violet color for mine. And same thing, you're just kind of painting and filling it in as best as you can. But if you guys wanted to do multiple colors, I'm totally fine with that. Just again, the whole thing is that we want to keep them looking different, the two of them, okay? Um, and so that is pretty much it for this week. That it's kind of a lot to ask you to paint two of them. And I know this video is really short. Um, but next week we will be kind of cutting these up and creating them into a movement sculpture. So that is going to be kind of a fun step for next week. And so I hope that you guys are enjoying this project so far. This would be kind of considered like an abstract project where it's not really creating something that we can identify. It's more on the abstract side where it just kind of you're just creating it kind of as it is how it works, okay? You do not need to send me a picture of these, of course. If you would like to, I love to see them. But I will chat with you guys next week for the last step of the project. All right. So chat with you then. Bye.